Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you very much for joining me. This is the US Open with myself, Russell Shaw, Senior Market Specialist at FXCM, and my email address, rshaw@fxcm.com. And today is Wednesday, the 5th of January 2022. And of course, if you guys need to send me emails, just send it straight through to that address. And here's our high-risk investment warning. I'll keep this on screen for a few moments. Sorry, that should read 4:30 p.m. Sorry about that. Hey, Ray. So nice to have you on the webinar. Thank you very much for joining. Happy New Year, and hope you're very well indeed. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Much appreciated. I'm just going to bring up our market commentaries disclaimer. And just finally, our references. So we'll be using FXCM Market Scope 2.0. And what we'll try and do is put on a scalp for today. We'll put it on a demo account. On Wednesday, we'll do a live trade on a live account for the non-farm payroll. Let me just share that link whilst I remember. And if you aren't able to retrieve it, you can just email me. Okay, I've put that into the chat. So if you'd like to join us, go ahead and register. The next thing I'd like to do here is just change our layout. So the layout's not quite correct for the scalp, so we could just click on layout, and we're going to go on to scalping. We'll just save that main layout. All right, let's go through to the daily. So we want to get an idea of where the momentum is on sort of a larger scale, and then we'll start drilling down and seeing if there. Sorry, my earpiece came up here. We'll drill down and see if we can get a good timing entry. So this is the Dow Jones. So we're looking at the US 30, and the indicator at the bottom is a fast stochastic. It's again a very raw indicator. There's very little manipulation done to this indicator. We're looking only at the %K. Okay, I've taken the %D out. The %D is effectively a slowing of the %K. Don't want that at all. I want to know what is the momentum. You know, what is the momentum we're dealing with right now, because we want to try and exploit that if we can. So the fast stochastic is pointing in a northeasterly direction, so that's indicating momentum to the upside. And as an added bonus, we're on the we're in the upper zone 1. So that's our bullish area. What we want to do now, so that's on the daily. We want to go down to the hourly and just see how the hourly is setting up. So we're trying to line up all the time frames. I can already see that the hourly is problematic. The reason it's problematic is because whilst on the daily, the primary signal, the primary analysis is done of a raw indicator, the zones are secondary on the daily. But on the hourly, the zones are very important. So we want to be in the bullish area. In other words, we're trying to line up the hourly with the daily. And if I zoom in here, our last active candle closed neutral. It's between the blue. So there's not much we can do with the US 30, unfortunately. So we'll have to go to the next one. Let's go through to the S&P. Okay, So here the momentum's to the downside. Okay, fast stochastic is pointing to the downside. I would feel a lot more comfortable, of course, if the candles were closer to zone 3, but the momentum at the moment is to the downside. And if you just take a look at the candle formation over here, it's just moving sideways. Okay, so there's certainly no upwards momentum at the moment. Let's just take a look at the H1. And again, this is going to be a no-go for us because we need the candle to be in zone 3 here, and it's not. We're in the middle of, we're actually in zone 1, we've closed in zone 1. So at the moment, nothing we can do with the S&P 500 either. So Dow's off the table, S&P's off the table. Let's take a look at NASDAQ. All right, so NASDAQ's got a downwards momentum. Let's take a look at the hourly chart. I'm not liking this chart either. The candle, the last candle closed in zone 2, but I mean, take a look at this. There's a squeeze of note on. It's just such a weird looking Bollinger, and these candles over here, look how short they are. Short, stubby little candles just moving laterally to the side. Doesn't, it's not something that I want to really get involved with. The volatility at the moment is absent. All right, so that's taken all 3 of the large caps out. Let's take a look at the small cap. That's the US 2000. That's our proxy for the Russell 2000. All right, let's just take a look at this on the daily. We may have something workable here. So you can see the momentums to the upside. Added bonus, we are in zone 1. Okay, let's just go through to the hourly, and we are in the right area. You can see the last candle did close in the bullish area, and you can actually see there's a lot of volatility on the open. We've been open about 11 minutes. If I go down to the 5 minute, you can just see that in the last sort of 10 minutes or so, we've had a big expression of interest, so to speak, in the small caps. So we'll keep an eye on this. Let's just do an analysis of the 5 minute candles. It's very close to the tick, so it's not, the analysis is very wishy-washy because it's too close to the price action to not really be random. But so you can see that we are moving sideways. This is about the biggest candle over here, but I mean we're going back about an hour and a half. So if you come through to the right-hand side, so here's the market open, and you can see the volatility here has increased notably. The issue I'm having is, well, let's put in an arrow, is, okay, so the first 5 minutes is a spinning top, no real direction. Second, spinning top. Third, this looks like an inverse hammer. Now, that to me is it's not terrific. Of course, if we want to look at the positives, well, the positives are the second candle after open has got a higher low and a higher high. So does the third candle, higher low, higher high. So although the candles are showing resistance and support, they are moving in the right direction in terms of a swing or a trend. All right, let's just keep an eye on this. Now, we've got two entry criteria, two different methods that we can use. So the first one would be this pullback method. So here's the pullback by this RSR. And once we've got that, we have to measure what we call reference candles. If anybody doesn't know what a reference candle is, must let me know, because it's very it's key to our methodology. And we've got the condition 1 here. Here's the lowest low. We've got condition 2 here. Here is price taking out the reference candle's high. But without condition 3, we've got nothing. And condition 3 is closing a close above the reference candles, and this is looking very very much like we're dealing with some resistance here. Okay, so we're just going to have to keep an eye on that. Maybe just extend this up. So that's the pullback method. The other option for us is, of course, the momentum method, right? And the momentum method now would need the stochastic to move above 80. Okay, so we're not there yet. So we're still very much on that pullback method to see if we can time a pullback. All right, so we've disqualified all the large caps. The small cap is a possibility, but we're not getting the 3 conditions here. So that's going to prove pivotal whether we can get in or not. Let's go through to some currencies, see if there's any options for us there. So the euro US dollar is again very, very narrow in terms of it's very narrow in terms of the volatility here. We do have an upwards momentum. Let's just take a look at H1. Okay, so the hourly does have a bullish position. All right, let's just go down to the 5 minutes, see if we can get. This is going to be again a fairly difficult ask. Here's the momentum. Okay, sorry, one more candle over. So there's the momentum entry, and what we want to do is see if this is a pullback. Let's see if this is a valid pullback. Where am I looking? RSI 37, RSI 29. No, it's not a valid pullback either. That's a pity. All right, so we're still left hunting. We're still stalking the market. It hasn't quite met our criteria just yet. Let's go back to our small companies, US 2000. Okay, so you can see the the Russell 2000 battling with this resistance over here on the 5 minute. All right, let's take a look at some other instruments. Next one I'm going to take a look at would be cable. All right, so cable, again, momentum's upwards on the daily. And going down to the hourly, we are in the bullish area. Our stochastic is over 50. Okay, and we have got a pullback here, so maybe we have an option. Here's the pullback. Now we just want to see if we can get our 3 conditions. Okay, so this, I just need to test if this is condition 1 here. So the narrowest of margins are 2 pipettes. Okay. Let's move this across here. Okay, so we'll test now to see if we get a reversal. Just want to go back to that US 2000. All right, so for this trade, I think we're going to need to see some momentum. Yeah, if we get the momentum cooperating, then this I think becomes a potential candidate. Let's go back to that pound US dollar. Guess we've got another 3 minutes, 25 here. Let's take a look at a few other instruments. I don't mind actually taking a look at the DAX and the FTSE. Okay, so the DAX, this is quite a tough one. We've got kind of momentum that's pushed down. It is pushing up. I think we'll have to give the benefit of the doubt to upwards momentum. Let's just see what else is going on here. It's in position, the position of the zone 1. We'll just need this momentum, okay, which is also fast stochastic. We'll need to get this back above 50. So sort of not quite where I need it. Go back to UK100. Let's take a look there. Okay, so this is a good looking chart. Nice momentum. Nicely positioned here as well. Let's just go down to the potentially trade it this way. So I'll just tell you the way that I'm seeing it. So this candle here looks like the reference because it's the lowest low in at least 3 candles. So that's condition 1. Now we're looking for the other 2 conditions. So we've got condition 2 here, but not condition 3. So we become a little bit more conservative, we become stricter, but we'll also have to prove that that was a pullback, and it looks like it's moving above that. We've got another 1 minute 12. So this is another candidate, the FTSE. Let's go back to the US 2000. Let's go back to cable. Right, so we'll focus on the UK100 for now. Just want to get an idea of, right, let's just switch that up there. Okay, 13. Chris suggesting perhaps the Kiwi. Let's have a quick look at the Kiwi. No, we've missed it. It would have been nice to get in sort of around there. Let's just go back to this. Let's go back here. All right, I think I'll take a trade there. Just want to see the US dollar. Oh, no, that's certainly not meeting our criteria. All right, let's see if we can do something with the FTSE. Okay, so we'll put in 15. So I just want to risk about 1%, which is about, on this account, the demo account's about $190. Okay. Oh, what am I doing? Completely on the wrong fields. Yeah, beg your pardon. 10, 100. Yeah, that looks much better. All right, let's make this 95, 90. Yeah, I think 90 is okay. Let's go for that. Okay. So here's our stop loss. Here's our stop loss. Here's our entry. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch it from the ask to the bid. And the reason I'm going to do that is because it takes account of the spread, which gives us a more realistic position where we need to be to break even. So if I switch this to bid, you can see how it drops considerably below our entry. See that? There, we're above it, but we're going to go. Now, there we go. So I want to just switch it to the bid because it's a scalp. Buy it, ask, sell it, bid. Okay, buy it, ask, sell it, bid. So I think for scalping is very important. Every point counts, right? Now, our next task here is to get risk out of this as quickly as possible. So we want to get the stop loss up as the opportunities present. So the most that we can lose here would be 15 pips, not counting slippage. Call it 16 points, right? Not counting slippage. We want to be much better than that. So we want to try and get that stop trailed up as quickly as possible. It really now depends on if the market cooperates with our analysis or not. So what we'll do is we'll put a little resistance area because that's what we're contending with at the moment. You can see we've hit this on the last candle and we've hit it on the current candle, and price has reacted both times. So we just want to keep an eye on that. And I think that if we can break above that resistance, I can start moving the stop up. The other thing which I would really want is for the stochastic to head into this direction, sorry, to head into this area and stick. So we wanted to hit 80 and hold that 80 level. Then I think that the underlying momentum would start supporting this trade. So that's just something else to keep an look at. I'll keep this rectangle, this little aqua thing on the stochastic. I'll keep that there. All right. We've got another 40 seconds. Another 8 seconds here. So the bulls are trying to get past this resistance. Right, here's the next candle. Let's just see how we do there. Okay, we're starting to build up a nice momentum. I think we can start taking some risk out. Okay, so we started off with 15 points in risk, and we've cut that down to 8.5. So we've taken half the risk off. Okay, keep an eye on that stochastic as well. So let me just move this over here. Okay, so the bulls certainly don't have it all their own way. They're still battling to take price. Let's move it over like this. They're battling to get over this level here. We've got another 2 minutes 50. Still strong resistance there. We've got another 1 minute and 40 seconds. So that level here, what is it? This is a pretty strong level, the 7540 level. We've got another minute left on the candle. So just analyzing the last 3 candles. So starting over here, nice bullish conviction. I would argue this to be bullish conviction as well. Here the bulls are a little bit uncertain, aren't they? It's more of a doji spinning top, sort of spinning top, and now it's actually now it's more bearish than that. But we just want to see if the bulls can sort of regroup here. All right, here comes the next candle. And just keep an eye on that stochastic. So we're almost into that 80 area. So if we hit that 80 area and hold, I think that would be positive if we haven't been stopped out, obviously. If it hits that 80 and then drops out of that 80, we'll close the trade because that means the momentum is starting to falter. So this is going to be a momentum trade, right? Once we hit that 80, that triggers the momentum, and we just need to see if that momentum is going to work in our favor. I would also get concerned if we can't get through this resistance in the next few candles. I think that it's becoming more steadfast, becoming stronger. I would there start moving the stop up. So as the trade grows in age, and we're not getting that momentum, well, that's not a good sign. So we want to take as much risk out of the trade as possible. It should grow, let me say grows in age, it grows in duration. Okay, so we've got 1 minute 54. Right here, they're trying to get into this for 7540 level. It's fairly well defended on the 5. Still holding, isn't it? We're going to stop, I think, the stop up in 25 seconds. Yeah, all right, let's get some more risk out of this. Still want to give it some room to breathe. Okay, so we started off at 15. We've gone right down to 4.3, right? So I think we've done a good job there. Now keep an eye on that stochastic. They're still having a tough time riding that resistance area. Another 2 minutes 25. Okay, just gone into 2 minutes. Again, just want to stress that we want to keep an eye on that stochastic. Okay, another 1 minute 20. Just they're still battling, right, with that layer of sellers right there. Can't get through them. Another 10 seconds, we'll get another candle. Definitely not much enthusiasm with this candle. It's a very short, stocky candle. No length on that at all. Which makes me nervous. I think we've got to tighten up here. The stochastic still indicative of a strong underlying momentum. Just need to keep an eye on that, because if that drops below 80, the momentum starting to wane. It's a calculation clearly from the candlesticks. It's reflecting the wane of momentum from the candlesticks. So we just want to keep an eye on that. Okay, it's 2:48. We'll get another candle. Bull's now trying to make a move. Do they have the strength? Let's see. Just under 2 minutes left. Bulls are grinding away there, aren't they? There we go. All right, let's see if they can maintain that. I think it's time to turn this into a break even. Gee, that resistance is so strong. Go 55 seconds. Okay, 20 seconds. All right, what we're going to do is we'll put on the dynamic stop here. No, I don't want to cancel. Stop here. So what we'll do is I'm going to change this to dynamic. All right, so we're going to start trying to lock in some profit if we make headway. Just these last three candles, really, there's no real bodies there. That one's a really short candle. This one's so very short. So the bullish enthusiasm seems to have disappeared. I think we're going to capture a bit more here because it doesn't look like they've got the legs to get through that resistance. And ultimately disappointing. It's just that resistance was proving to be incredibly tough. These are the stats. So we only got 179, but it was a nicely, it was fairly well leveraged, wasn't it? So I made 20 bucks on it. Beer, right? We've just earned a beer. Anyways, that was this trade. So we'll have another go at it one of these days. I want to thank everyone for joining me for this afternoon's scalp. Yesterday, also no real volatility to work with. Same with today. But I think by and large, our risk management was pretty good. All right, guys, thank you very much, and look forward to speaking with you tomorrow. Cheers.